All right, we're live, man. We're live. The District 2 Sports
Whoa,
Podcast. We're live.
we are live. We
Man.
are live. Do we have anybody in
And
the thing?
of course, we're waiting on Big Greg to get here. So, um, Devin, how's the night going, man?
It's going good. I got a big weekend ahead and be down in Chapel Hill tomorrow. I'll still be able to make our. I don't know if we're allowed to say who our interviews are tomorrow. Well, I'll make the first one for sure. Hopefully, I'll be able to make the second one. But I'll be in beautiful Chapel Hill. Maybe I'll stop by and talk to old Bill for a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk.
Oh,
What's his girlfriend's name?
uh, what is her name? I really don't know.
Uh,
Amber? No. Jordan
Jordan
Austin or Jordan something. Anyways, yeah. I don't know, but yeah, man. Like I'm supposed to go to Dominican Republic in a couple weeks, but my application got lost in the mail, so I have to go to Charleston next week. So if we'll meet in Charleston next Friday,
Dang. What day are you
yeah, let's
going
go to
down?
the passport office next Friday.
Next Friday we'll have to hit up what was the name of that hotel that we went to and we tore the dance floor up.
I forgot. I thought it was like a rooftop bar though.
Yeah, I gotta look and see what that shoot.
Yeah, but hey, let's talk some playoffs while we wait for Big Greg here. So, Caps right now up 1-0 on the Canes, who have given us fits. We dang, I mean, if game one was just rough. We lost. I think we played our maybe our worst game of the year, and still only lost in overtime.
I mean, is that a product of the Canes or is that was that because I didn't get a chance to watch game one? Was it just the Caps not playing up
Canes,
to their
the Canes defense, it's good. They're good. They're really good on defense. And it's 1-0 right now again. So another low scoring game. We have power play here, so hopefully we can score and go up 2-0. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about the Hurricanes and the Caps. The Caps cannot play against the Hurricanes in the playoffs. Just can't handle it. Oh, look at that, 2-0. We're live here, 2-0 Caps over the Hurricanes. All you Cat or Hurricane fans, eat it. Hey, I'm going to Raleigh next week, so it's gonna be interesting. Have you been
mm,
watching more hockey? You've been watching more NBA?
honestly, I've been watching a lot more NBA. I don't know why. Usually I
Really?
stick right now I got the Caps and Canes on, but I've been the NBA playoffs this year, man, have been actually like pretty entertaining. I've been keeping up with my team right now. I'm not a huge NBA fan. I know you're not a huge NBA fan either. We watch it, but the Timberwolves, man, that's who I'm pulling for. Anthony Edwards is
Yeah,
just he's unreal.
that's what a lot of people have been saying too. Like they're watching the playoffs and like just been a lot better this year. Like close games. I mean, the Knicks are up 2-0 on the
Mhm.
Celtics. So I think it's something crazy that the Knicks have only led for like I don't know under 15 minutes in both games, something like that. They've
Yeah.
been down the whole game, come back at the end, and kind of put it to Boston. That's really interesting.
Did you see Mitchell Robinson his free throw? I guess it was last night against the Celtics.
Uh-uh.
He had literally you got to look it up at some point, but literally the
He
worst
airballed?
free throw attempt you've ever seen in a game. It's crazy. It's like he kind of just shot it straight. I mean, it like barely hit the net. It was crazy.
Jeez. Yeah. I mean, who do you have a favorite right now in the playoffs? So who you think's gonna win?
Mm, yeah, I was actually talking today with one of my patients. Actually, I it's hard to go against the Warriors, man. Warriors and Celtics, I think, are my top two. I don't know. A lot of
Yeah.
NBA people will
You think
probably
you
go.
think the Celtics come back down 2-0?
Who's that?
You think the Celtics come back down,
Oh,
come back from down 2-0?
I mean, I think they're capable of it. I who knows if it'll happen. I know they were one of the best teams in the regular season, but I know a lot of NBA fans. I don't know if we have anybody tuning in right now, but a lot of NBA fans are probably gonna hop all over us because we don't know our game, man.
Well, it's funny because I put a poll on our X about like what people want to see next or kind of hear next, and people still want to hear the basketball, man. They're all about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we did pretty good with football, and then we must have just got ourselves carried away in terms of basketball because we covered all these different high school recruits. We covered the ODAC basketball. I mean, we really got into it. Being able to go to the ODAC tournament, and then going to Hampton Sydney for the NCAA tournament was like honestly an unreal experience. I mean, that was
Yeah.
I know we're like 2 months out from having done that, but really I never thought that we would be in that position where we're sitting courtside at the the what do you call it, the media table or whatnot,
Yeah.
and we're those guys who are in the media room having free meals and everything. It was just it's crazy that we've gotten to this point where we started 4 years ago or 5 years ago with Jake, and we're just the guys from the South Side, and
Yep.
yeah, and now we had one recruiting podcast, and that was our best thing, and I think we just kind of took off and ran with it.
Well, hold on. I think that has changed. I think yeah, so that's no longer. So when we did that recruiting podcast, that was 3 years ago, September 24th, 2022. That got 135 kind of downloads just on Buzzsprout. Our best one now is the Randolph-Macon, Guilford, and Hampton Sydney basketball
Ah,
preseason pod.
well, that
So
was
that
like
has like over 200 people.
yeah, that's like I don't want to say legendary coaches, but definitely some elite coaches in there. Who we had Palumbo, who's that making?
Kimbrough or Josh Merkel.
Merkel and Kimbrough, and those guys are just golly. I wasn't able to do the Palumbo interview, unfortunately, but
Yeah, he was a good
yeah, it
guy.
was a lot of fun talking to those other two guys.
So far, since August, we'll say, since this is kind of the reboot and everything's been going, who's been your kind of your favorite interview or kind of like thing we've done, or something you've
Uh,
done on your own,
what do you say?
or something you've done on your own?
Oh, I mean, the best experience so far, I think, just in terms of what we've been able to do is, I think it's got to be, going to Hampton Sydney was good, just because it was a blast watching like the game in their gym and being able to get all the footage and everything. But going to the whole ODAC tournament and like actually talking to not just coaches but then talking to the players too and everything, it was a pretty
Mhm.
awesome experience. And people addressing us like we were actually like like we actually knew what
Yeah,
we were doing is a pretty cool feel as well.
yeah.
What would you say? I mean,
I did really enjoy the ODAC. I think that was like our first kind of like. It's funny because like people, I don't know, like going to the ODAC tournament, like it was a lot of fun for us. We really hyped it up because I mean it's good D3 basketball, but I was kind of disappointed to see how much media coverage was actually there.
yeah,
Um, like the ODAC is such a good basketball league. Like, yeah, it's not UNC, it's not Duke, not NC State, but Randolph-Macon, Hampton Sydney, Guilford, um, who was the other team there? It was and Roanoke,
Lynchburg.
Lynchburg. They're
Yeah,
all good teams. Like they're all great
yeah.
coaches, and like getting to talk to them afterwards about
Hmm.
what we just witnessed, the game, either being won or lost, and how they reacted to it was really cool. I
Yeah,
mean, Hillary Scott, man, the guy was just awesome to be around and kind of get his synopsis on the game and everything. So he's a class act. I liked him.
yeah, he's man, he's an awesome guy. I've probably told this story on the podcast, but I don't know, just going to like the gym after class when I was in PT school, I would see him all the time, and he actually worked with our class a little bit when I was in school, and I would
Yeah,
see him and we would fist bump in the gym, and I'm sitting there watching him do like deadlifts and stuff like that, and he's just cracking jokes the whole time. He's an awesome guy. I'm gonna
yeah,
I'll add this too, as far as like a close second in terms of one of my favorite experiences that we've done just in the past year or so is, and I know I was on my own that day, but going to Washington and Lee, and seeing that football game between them and Randolph-Macon, that was
hmm,
like, man, the thing was, there wasn't a whole lot of people on the sidelines there, a whole lot of media people, but there was some shots like right in the end zone where these guys were coming right at me, and it was just to see the football game that up close and personal, because the Hampton Sydney game was fun. The Hampton Sydney and Macon game was fun, but we weren't able to get as close, especially for that first half. I think me and you were a little more reluctant to go on the field than Big Greg, but
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. I think we've kind of gotten. I don't want to say we're not huge or anything like that. No, but by no means. We still have a long ways to go. But we've definitely made progress in the last 4 or 5 months, 6 months, whatever,
yeah,
since we started. I mean, I think our Twitter has gotten a lot more active. It's just been fun. So I mean, like I said, like we went from having to beg and plead people to come on here and talk to them, and now we're having D1 guys come on here. So it's been fun. And
Yeah.
tomorrow we're not gonna tell you who we have, but we have some high major prep coaches come on here, and then also a D1 coach who played in the NCAA tournament last year, or the team played in the tournament last year. So we're moving up.
I can remember who was the Hargrave basketball coach, like 2021, 2022 maybe, who we interviewed when we were still doing
Messenger.
Thomas Messenger. Yeah, I remember doing that interview, and I can remember when he said yes to the interview, I was like, I started shaking. I was like super nervous, and he was just a normal guy, nothing to be nervous about. But like now we're doing interviews with Mike London, who's coaching at William & Mary, and he's coached at UVA, and it's just like I mean, I was nervous for that one too, but it's basically just another day at the office,
Yeah, but that's becoming more routine now. So the thing is, like, I looking far, way down the line is like, if we do get more D1 stuff, like we concentrate on that. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure we always stick to our roots with the ODAC and D3. And like I said, just being there and talking to those coaches at the tournament was a lot of fun, and I don't think we'll ever forget them. I mean, you and Big Greg were at the VHSL State Championship game.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a cold night, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, but it was good. Yeah, I mean, to see Phoebus win their like 4th state championship in a row, it was like, obviously we cover a lot of local sports and everything, local high school teams and stuff, but to see those two teams coming from the Virginia Beach area, Richmond area, they're like, you can just tell the athletes that they're bringing with them they're in a different league, and that's why they're like 5A, 6A schools, whatever they are, 4A. Is that what they are? 4A or 4A? Yeah. That's why.
Phoebus 4A.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna ask you
something. What's up?
Yeah, you got your Florida hat on. I got to address this. Dijon Johnson. I mean, is Florida football back or what?
They should be, right? Yeah. I mean, we need something like that. But no, like, I'm hearing different things. I don't know if it'll stick or not. I mean, they haven't had formal charges yet, but I think they have 30 days to file, formal charges on that. So there was, when I first saw like a substance or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I hope it's not like cocaine or whatever it might be. But I'm hearing it's just like creatine or something like that.
Yeah.
And then there was a gun found in the car. Then I'm hearing that it's not his gun, or someone else's car, or someone's car and gun. So he make it off. He make it off on here.
Yeah, I would assume, just based on, because I've heard all that stuff too, I would assume that they're probably going to drop those charges, because I'm pretty sure the gun charge only came because he was in control, or he had like a controlled substance or whatever. But if that controlled substance is creatine, I'm pretty sure they had to drop the gun charge too. So hopefully that's the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun to joke about, in terms of just like, obviously those 08 and 09 teams had a lot of arrests, and they turned
what are your thoughts on Carolina? They have like a top 10 portal class for football.
Yeah, I've never seen. I mean, I guess probably in Dion's first year at Colorado is kind of similar, but I've never seen like a whole roster just get totally flipped the way it's been. I mean, they're getting guys left and right. I can't say that they're like going to be high impact guys. I mean, the only ones I've really seen play are Greg Smith from Florida and DeAndre Robinson from Florida. But
yeah,
a lot of those other guys are pretty highly touted too. I mean, I think they just got a tight end from Arkansas today, who is supposedly pretty good as well. But we'll see. I mean, I just don't know. It just seems like Carolina's been in the news for all the wrong reasons, really, since Bill took over. Unfortunately, I think it's just a product of he and his boo thing.
Well. Who do we have here? I mean, 14 minutes late. 14 minutes late.
So that's what that means. I've been trying to call. I told y'all. So you have to reserve a time to get on there. Hey, live. I'm live
Yeah,
in the
we're live.
hotel room.
Can we?
live?
Are we able to see if there's anybody like tuning in right now? Can you see it on your end, Gregor? Or?
Yeah, we have a few people jump in and out, so there are people
Are y'all
still
nervous?
watching. So
We've
been talking
going
about the podcast since we've been since August.
I guess I'll run a couple
Yeah, I was trying to
steps.
tell
for
everybody
you.
we're kind of filling this out. I mean, it's our first time going live, so I want to see how this works. And I think we'll probably start using this, for interviews and whatnot, and going live, talking sports, getting some players on here and stuff like that.
Says you're
I was
in the
asking
show.
Devin, what's Big Greg or Big G? What's been your favorite, interview or favorite thing you've done since August?
God, I hate to put anyone over anybody, but you know what?
It doesn't have to be an interview. It can be like going to an event or something like that.
You know what though? I'm gonna say this, and just because I saw the game and got to meet, but I thought I really enjoyed Meg's interview the other day because it was good and easy for me. Yeah, Meg Barber, and coach of the NYU Violets. It was good and for me that I was there at the game, and then you see this stuff live and you see how what's going on, and then you only get so much time in a press conference to ask X amount of questions, and some of the things that pass you by after you get out of the press conference, you think about. That's kind of the way I am in life. If I don't ask you the question right now, I'm probably going to forget it within 5 minutes or as soon as I open up the door and walk out the room. So I thought I really enjoyed that. What was that, Friday?
Yeah.
And like I said, it was hey, it don't help. I mean, it don't hurt that that those girls are 62-0 in the last 2 seasons and won 2 national championships back to back. So I really and then when you see those girls in action, I know we're live and I don't want to say anything wrong here or anything really controversial.
Yeah, please.
But
Please
there's
keep your
a lot of people
comments
that
to
watch
yourself.
men's and women's sports. Yeah. So a lot of people watch men's and women's sports, and a lot of people don't appreciate, they watch, they watch women's sports and they really don't appreciate the athleticism that women truly have. And you sit there. I mean, I can tell you when I first got to, after I went to the Salem Civic Center and figured out I was at the wrong place for the national championship game and had to go over to, is it Kreger?
The Kreger Center
in Roanoke? Yeah. I mean, that place is beautiful, first and foremost. Anyway, when I get there, I walk in the door, they go on 11-0 run. I go down behind the goal in the first half, the goal that they're shooting on, and just to see them in action and watching all the pick downs, all the screens, the backdoor cuts and stuff like that. I mean, you just sit there and go, these girls know what they're doing. They know exactly how to run an offense. They're doing exactly what they're told. And it was just beautiful basketball to watch. I don't care if you're male, female, whatever. It was awesome basketball to watch. So, yes, That was probably my favorite interview since we've started. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, go ahead, Evan.
Yeah, it's not every day too that you get to talk with somebody who's affiliated with USA basketball like that too. I mean, sure. She had her game on point, man. She's the real deal.
Yeah. And we only talked for about 35 minutes with her, and that could have been a conversation that went on for an hour easily. She's one of those people who you ask questions and they elaborate on everything, and I mean, it's just fun to hang out with too. So, yeah, NYU D3 champs. That was a good one.
Plus, we can go to NYU. We can go to NYU and be the play-by-play people for a day.
We do need that. We do need to find someone we can do a play-by-play. I don't know if anybody takes us on or not.
I say we get on the train and go up there and go to the NYU for a weekend, and hopefully they got like a Friday or Saturday or Friday, Saturday, Sunday tournament or something. We just hang out and do the game, man. Games.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna have us on. Somebody.
I gotta ask you a question. I mean, I don't know if you've been watching the news today up there in Boston. What do you take about Devers not wanting to play first base?
What is my take on that?
Yeah. I don't know if you heard it or not.
Absolutely. No,
He went off today.
this is good. This is like putting me on the spot right here. So he went off
Basically,
today?
yeah. So, Cassis went down. He's out for the season. Let me pull it up real quick. I want to get your take on this.
Well, let me say this while you looking that up. Y'all know, and whoever's listening knows that I'm a Red Sox fan, true and through. And my other thing is this: I really feel they're major leaguers for one thing. They're getting paid a lot of money. So first and foremost, I say be quiet and play. That's the first thing I'd say. So, but let me tell you, I'm gonna come back to him, and I kind of understand a little bit where he's coming from, because I know y'all played a lot of ball, and so let's put ourselves in this position. But he's kind of going backwards first and foremost. I can understand him. He had a rough go at it. I mean, if he was like 0 for 13 or 14 right out of the box, and with like 12 strikeouts right off the get-go, and he wanted to kind of blame, and a lot of people looked at it this way: he's coming off the bench, he's being a true designated hitter, and he's not playing a position which really keeps you focused and in a ball game, in my opinion. I think it's very hard to be just an actual plain out DH. So I don't know why he wouldn't want to be involved in the ball game, unless he's going to turn around and say, hey, if I ain't playing third base, then, different story, put somebody else over there. But you tell me, what's he saying?
Tell you what. So this was his exact quote. This is Rafael Devers today. I know I'm a ball player, but at the same time, they can't expect me to play every single position out there. In spring training, they talked to me and basically told me to put my glove away. That I wasn't going to play any other position but DH. So right now, I just feel like it's inappropriate, or not an appropriate decision by them to ask me to play another position. It was the GM that I spoke with. I'm not sure what he has with me. He played ball, and I would like to think he knows that changing position like this isn't easy.
You know who it is, don't you? You know who the GM? Breslow.
Yeah. Craig Breslow.
I mean, I wouldn't classify Breslow as a position player. I mean, I don't think he understands that. Breslow, yeah, he was a pitcher. So I don't understand that. So, you know what, though? What's his choices?
I don't know. I mean, I guess say as a DH. I think he's upset because he was playing third, and they get Bregman and said, all right, you're not going to play the field no more. Now you're going to be a DH. And now they're like, all right, come off the bench and play first base. So and I think he could do it. I mean, paying him $300 million.
And I can't give you exact numbers, but I can tell you this: he wasn't exactly the class of all third basemen over there. I forget what his E's are, how many numbers, how bad his error ratio was, but it wasn't really good. So I wouldn't classify him as a third baseman. And I know Bregman is a brand new guy, coming out of the Astros organization. But I believe if I'm Devers and I want to win a World Series, or I want to win a AL pennant, I believe you put the guy Bregman on third base, because he is a Red Sox killer first and foremost. The dude hits, I think, 375 in Fenway, and he's got RBIs at the yang and home runs at the yang. So I don't understand the part. He ain't exactly got to kill himself at first base either. So I mean, you can't put his little round butt out in any part of the outfield. So there's no way he has the agility to play second base or shortstop. So what's the options here?
So he also said, here in the clubhouse, thankfully, the relationship that I have with my teammates is great. I don't understand some of the decisions that the GM makes. Next thing you know, someone in the outfield gets hurt. They won't play in the outfield.
Hey, he can go play left field. He ain't got to move 10 feet.
So what was the, Devers is like their guy, like their franchise player. Yeah. What was the reason that they even brought in, wanted to bring in another third baseman? Because they thought that he would just slide over without any issues.
I don't know if that was what the plan was, or if they even talked to him about it. I sound, you know who I sound like right now, don't you? I hope he ain't listening. It sounds like Jake. I'm trying to analyze this thing. I've listened to some of y'all's old podcasts a few minutes ago, but I don't know if they sat down, did the old Aaron Rodgers thing. Hey, we're gonna bring Bregman in, but at the same time, I don't think it's Devers' choice to do that. I think you got to bring in the best of the best. They actually have needed another right-hand stick for about 3 years now, and it just has not worked out with anybody. And they've got a really scrappy team, but I just don't understand. If you don't want to get better, then why are you sitting there complaining? I just don't get it.
I want to shift our conversation back to basketball real quick, because I just pulled up our list here that we sent out to all the coaches and stuff like that. I was going to say, we have a good eye for some talent here. If you look at our seniors here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 kids that we covered in our weekly episodes for prospects that are going to college next year so far. So let's see here. Matthew Watson, guy we just covered, because we just I don't say we forgot about him, but he got kind of overshadowed by oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. Jameer Reynolds there at Dam River, but he's going to Randolph College, play for Coach Key. Carter Cornett, we covered Sean Turner Jr., which we just recently did. Carter Cornett going to Averett. Braylon Gray, Patrick Henry, Chase DePriest. We saw the lob dunks there at Allegheny. He's going to Randolph College as well. Should be a good one. Tayshawn Ricks, I don't know if you remember, he was a big guy from Hargrave. Could shoot outside, play down low. He's going to UA Wise with oh my gosh, our kid from Northside.
Cy Hardy.
Cy Hardy. Isaiah Perkins, we covered him from Bassett. He's going to Patrick Henry too, play for Coach Malloy. Markel Ray, the guard from Graham, state champion. No, lost the state championship to John Marshall, who just lost their head coach. Going to Huntington Prep. Cole Kaywood, who we had a fun interview with. He's going to UVA Wise. I don't know if you remember Finn Pershaw or not. He was at Colonial Forge, left-handed kid.
Oh, yeah.
Won to Fork Union post-grad. Reed Kurtner going to Hargrave. Mari Fox going to EMU. Cam Brown we interviewed going to Shenandoah. And Cy Hardy going to UVA Wise.
All right, I got a question about somebody we looked at, and you probably might have already said it, and I guess I blanked out. What's the kid from Northern Virginia? Is it Twin Springs?
Fagan, right?
Yeah, I talked to him. I was trying to ask him what he was going to do next year, and he might focus on his on school.
Wow.
So, yeah, I was talking to him because he's trying to get a engineering degree. He wants to go to Oklahoma and possibly walk on that way. But he's trying to concentrating on school.
With his physique, he could play football if he wants to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know how he doesn't have an offer somewhere. I mean, he can play. But it's been fun.
Things. Hey, two things. Let me ask you something real quick while I got on my mind. What's this thing right here beside Devin's head?
It's that StreamYard logo.
Yeah, so that's the duck.
Yeah, this is the website we use.
Nice. Okay. Oh, I see it up here in the top up here now. I was wondering, what's the duck doing? Like spitting or something? It's like something coming out of his mouth.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I think we might use this. I think we might use this site if we can go.
I like it.
Get the full version, because we have a ticker at the bottom. We can put our own overlays. We can do a bunch of stuff with this and make it a little bit more exciting than Zoom. And it was easy for you guys to log in, right?
Yeah. How you got those pictures behind you? What'd y'all do?
It's a lot of stuff.
Oh my goodness, y'all are screwing me over.
Hey,
listen, I got Devin. Something shocks me about Friday's interview with Meg. Yes, and you did not pick up on it because you would have laughed if you did. So, do y'all remember? And I listened to the podcast last night. Last night. She said this: the league that we play in is considered one of the Power 5 conferences of D3. And I was sitting there going, I wanted to see Devin roll his eyes and fall back as she said that. Yeah, you have to listen to it.
I don't even remember her saying that.
Yeah, she said, the conference we play in is considered one of the Power 5 of D3. And I just wanted to see him roll his eyes because I said, the ODAC is the D3. Oh, it is the SEC of D3. I wanted to hear him just watch him roll back after she said that.
Dang.
I probably would if I
Man.
would have heard that live. I definitely would have said something.
I don't think I paid that much attention to it when she said it to begin with, but when I heard it last night, I was like, I can't believe nobody picked up on that. Nobody.
Yeah, I have to. So we have an early one tomorrow at 9. Then we have another one after that. So we have two. I was talking to Devin earlier. We have two big time basketball podcasts tomorrow. Our interviews. So it'll be a fun one. High major prep school, and then also a team that went to the NCAA tournament last year. Who's this?
Can anybody see this? Can anybody read that? Or is the light too
Not
bad?
at all. Pitcher
flat out dominate.
Pitcher.
Is that Kinley?
Can't see plate, but pitcher flat out dominates. So I might as well just go ahead and tell you where I'm at. I'm in Bristol, Virginia, working in the Southwest Virginia into East Tennessee. So I was like, since we're going to be doing this new thing tonight, let me look and see what some new news is out there in the world as far as sports. This girl pitches in Cheshire, Connecticut, okay? She's a sophomore and considered legally blind.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir. This is a great read. She just she's thrown 3 no-hitters this year, and they just lost in the state championship game to Fairfield Ludlow 3-2 in 10 innings. But this girl's last name is I think you say Matos, Matos. She sparkled again as she threw 101 pitches, allowed just 3 hits, and recorded 16 strikeouts.
Holy cow.
Not bad for a young woman who was legally blind.
That is crazy.
So let me ask you this. This is just coming out in the paper. I wonder if surely this has preceded her when she goes to a game. So you think batters, do you think they dig in when they get up against her? Or I'm sure she's proven now that she can throw the ball across the plate. But just think, if she's throwing this ball at 75 miles an hour and she lets one go and just don't know. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's got to work in her favor somewhat. It's got to.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was Kinley from Tunstall.
Oh, they got C's. They get dark uniforms. Kinley and them do play tomorrow night in Magna Vista, so I'm gonna try to catch that on the way back to the Ville. So
I got a chance to watch some Lynchburg baseball last week. I was telling y'all about.
Man, did you see Haney?
I did. He brought me in he said, I kid you not, he said, and I quote, he feels like he's on the all snubbed list right now.
On our
podcast? What's wrong?
He said he's been trying to get an interview with us and get on the podcast. So
dang.
He brought me into the booth. He was like, I'm gonna get you on the broadcast for a little bit here. And I was like, I can't do it, man. I got stage fright. But
what?
Yeah, I
oh my gosh, we've been clamoring to be on
live. Yeah,
I wish he was on here.
Oh my!
I wish he was here now. I wonder if he's listening. He wouldn't know if we're live, would he? Haney, jump on.
Yeah, we got to get him on though. He said he's on the all snubbed list right now.
So, question:
oh my gosh.
When did how did the conversation with Billy go?
Yeah, he said he's going to be on next week, I think.
Wagner's on. All right. Our first Hall of Famer will be on next week.
Listen, I saw Eric, Coach Owens down in the dugout. The thing is, if I would have went to talk to him, and he did not seem happy after that first game. They had just lost on a walk-off homer. And I saw him, and he just kind of had his hand over his mouth like that. And I just know if I would have walked down there,
he probably would have cussed you.
He probably would have cussed me a little bit.
Who won the second game?
Hang on, man.
Lynchburg, they kept it close in the first one, and then the second game they blew Ferrum out. So.
One more thing
Caps
while
up
I'm here.
2-1 with 2 minutes left.
So can y'all see this one?
Michigan, yeah.
So please tell me what's going on.
Right?
He's suspended for 2 games for sign stealing.
Did Michigan suspend him or the NCAA?
I'm not sure. Oh, it's says Michigan's second-year coach who is on the verge of serving his second suspension from the NCAA for cheating.
Mm.
This
To
time
the Connor
for the
Stallions.
role of how you say it, Stallions?
Connor Stallions.
So this is all still a result of that?
Yeah.
So to me, I guess Sharon, is it Sharon Moore? He
Yeah.
must not have been a part of the 30 for 30s. I mean, not the 30 for 30, the Netflix flick. So he probably needs to get paid for this, don't he?
Yeah. And Florida just got the Michigan president too, or the president.
Yeah,
Wow.
that whole situation is just
While you mentioned something,
crazy.
let me tell you what's getting ready to happen here. And Gregory, you just mentioned the Caps and the Canes. Let me tell you what's getting ready to happen. And the Canes are getting ready to make a mistake. Okay, they've got this series up 1-0. They're getting ready to tie it up. But let me tell you what's getting ready to happen. They're getting ready to pick on Big Boy here in just a second, and he's getting ready to wear every one of them out. And y'all know Tom Wilson's getting ready to hammer somebody in just a second. They done picked on him and talked junk. He's getting ready to roll on somebody. I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't out game 3 because they still got 1 minute and 18 seconds left. He's got time to go down 5 right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dirty player.
Dirty. I don't know. He's the goon that everybody needs. Coach Brunner said the same thing. Everybody's got to have a goon.
That would be out Monday too. So that was our first hockey podcast. I guess we can talk about that too. So maybe a little bit out of our element, but it's a lot of fun talking some hockey with Coach Dan Brunner of the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs.
And see, that was my whole philosophy behind that the other night was, all right, I don't know but so much about hockey, so it was no sense in me even writing down a list of questions for him. I would have rather shot from the hip like I did, and then I enjoyed that. That was I did thoroughly. Yeah, that was really fun. He's a pretty good guy. He really is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they made the playoffs every year he's been there, and you can see his reaction to being out in the first round of the playoffs. Like it's not something they've done in the last few years. So
that guy,
he was recruiting.
He's all business for the most part.
Yes, I think we have next 3 weeks kind of wrapped up with interviews, so we'll get some more stuff. But I want to do Mondays or Tuesdays kind of be like our interview release on Buzzsprout, and then I would like to do this, every Thursday or so, and have this out, Thursday night, and maybe have someone come on here with us.
That'd be great.
Hey, maybe ask Haney to come on here next.
We need to get him on.
Hey, I know who we need to interview really, really bad, but in the next 2 weeks.
Who's that?
Sovereignty. We need to get that horse on immediately.
That's why I can't run in the.
How controversial is this? How controversial is this? There's a lot of people that are mad about, really, truly mad. And they're taking it out on what's that guy's name? What's the trainer's name?
Uh-oh.
They scored.
3-1. And guess who it was? Tom Wilson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Watch, he's going over to the bench and say something to him right now, too. Watch him. Anyway, this guy, I cannot think of what the gentleman's name is that trained this horse. And they are giving him pure hell about this. But, that horse is owned by a sheik. And, the managing group has decided not to run him. And it's supposedly because these horses aren't good in 2 weeks or whatever they need. They've only run in once every 5 to 6 weeks. So, but how long has this been going on? For hundreds and hundreds of years, right? I mean, the Preakness has been 2 weeks after the Kentucky Derby, and the Belmont has been 3 weeks after the Preakness. So I don't understand it either. I really don't. Unless something happened to that horse.
I'm watching this on YouTube right now.
I'll see you. Unless something happened to that horse Saturday, during the race. That's the only thing I can think of. Did somebody say somebody got a scratch or something like that? Or I can't remember. I don't know.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
When load management is making its way into horse racing, you can only blame one guy for this, and that's LeBron.
Will he come back for maybe possibly like the Belmont end?
Possibly, but that's 5 weeks down the road. So that's what I just don't get it. I mean, like I said, this is starting to put more emphasis on the I don't know what the governing body of horse racing is. I'm not even gonna pretend like I know, but from what what I've been hearing the last few days is that they're now going to try to proceed to change the scheduling for the Triple Crown and start moving dates back and do it. But listen, if the Triple Crown, if there would be, if it was set up like, or it has been set up like this for the 100 years. So that's the reason why there's only just a handful of Triple Crown winners. That's the whole thing behind it. I mean, doesn't that give you an unfair advantage when you start getting extra weeks of rest and blah blah blah? I mean, Secretariat would have run by all of them. All these horses right here are Secretariats anyway. Y'all do know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Secretariat is the greatest athlete of all time.
Exactly.
They said that dude's heart was like way bigger than any like other horse they've seen. But I do want to mention is you want to talk about someone who's fallen from grace, was once a powerhouse. South Carolina baseball. I know it's like
aren't they
left
getting
field.
beat like 18-5 right now? 18-6.
It's 24-2 in the fifth inning or sixth inning. 24-2, and then just last weekend they played against Florida. They gave up I think 18 runs or 20 runs to Florida. What a fall from grace from the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Well, I can't say that I'm.
Hey, Carolina took one from NC State tonight.
Good. I can't say that I'm
first round game.
Unhappy about that. I can't say that I'm unhappy about that at all. So, I guess they've got a new coach as well because Kingsbury's not there no more.
Who is this?
Part of it?
South Carolina?
Not Kingsbury. Kingston. Mark Kingston. He was the coach at South Carolina, so I don't know where he's at now. They
have Paul. Is it Paul Maneri?
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy because wasn't he at LSU at one point?
LSU. Yep. So I don't know what happened to Kingston. That's an interesting question because I was eating dinner at my go-to tonight. That would be Cheddar's, and
Cheddar's in Bristol.
Did you have a couple painkillers, Big Greg?
Oh, Big Greg's in froze.
No,
I did. They must have some reception down there in Southwest Virginia.
Tonight, ate in Cheddar's in Bristol last night.
Oh, you ate Cheddar's 2 nights in a row? All right, we gotta forget Big Greg. He's struggling down there.
Yeah.
No, but also shout out to Tyler Younger. One of our first interviews we did. I think it was maybe our second, right?
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to talk without Greg.
Y'all messed with me. Y'all disappeared. The little dudes was. Y'all was twisting around right there, and it was all black. I don't know. Did y'all plan that? Y'all messing with me.
This is what happens.
You need to call down to the front desk at the hotel and tell them to get that mouse back on the wheel, get the internet back running over there. But no, we're saying Tyler Younger. When our second interview we did since August, we started in August. His team's playing good. Gulf Coast State. I think they made it to like the. Gosh, I'm gonna mess this up. As one of the regions, they're going to play in Port Charlotte. So I think the first time they won the conference in years. So just doing a great job down there at Gulf Coast State. If you want to go back and listen to him, he was, I think, on our second interview. I think first was Mike Pritchett for GW.
Mike Pritchett. Mark Kingston, just to let everybody know, he is the associate head coach at Creighton University now, just to let you know. He was the coach at South Carolina, so I did not know he was not there anymore.
Jeez. But
he was a Virginia guy. He was Potomac Senior High School, and then where'd he go? He went to Carolina, didn't he?
Should we talk about? I mean, this is kind of hard to do. High school baseball. That's what I had like a top 10 kind of sorta.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's tough. Like I don't know what it's about Pennsylvania County this year, but it's down. I say this, Tunstall is like 13-3 or something, 12-4 or something like that. But if you look at Tunstall's schedule, all their wins against teams who have a losing record. And I'm not holding against Tunstall, but we kind of have this top 10 that features Lynchburg, Danville, Roanoke, Southwest Virginia. I don't think I could put them in their top 10.
Well, I have not. have done a very poor job of keeping up with baseball, so I can't even comment to that point.
And I'll say this, like Chatham, we are traditionally good. We're 1-13 this year.
Oh my goodness gracious!
It's
But
I don't. It's
let
tough.
me add something to that comment though.
Gretna's 2-12.
Chatham's baseball field is phenomenal now. I saw it Tuesday night. It is absolutely beautiful. They have changed the base paths from home to first and from third to home. It is now turf between the base pads on that, and all dirt from first all the way around to third. It's really nice. The grass looks beautiful. I'm telling you, well kept stadium now. Well kept.
That's because I think Chase used to keep up with the I think it was the Danville, or who was it? Danville Braves, I guess. He was over there at Indianapolis Park. So he knows a thing about some grass.
It looks good. I'm gonna tell you, it looks real good.
Yeah, I was talking to Mike. I mean, he's GW. I mean, he had to start from scratch. It's just hard for him to get them to turn into a winning program. I think it's gonna take a few years for them to get there.
How many games have they won?
They're currently 0-14. And they played some close games. I mean, he lost a close one to Martinsville, lost 15-14. Played Heritage a few times, close games. They played Martinsville again. Played William Fleming. I think they're going to go game against Chatham too. I'm
going to venture a guess here, and once again, I hate to put myself in this position, but I'm gonna comment on the baseball thing going on with Michael at GW. I really feel like that he's missing. I think the best way to say it is, I think his baseball kids, true baseball kids, are playing elsewhere. I think he's not getting the best prospects or the best athletes. I think, I think some of these folks are paying tuition or whatever to put them in, the county schools, Tunstall. They're going elsewhere besides GW. That's all I can say. And I think it's really, really sad. GW has never been like this. Never been like this, especially for a sustained amount of time. I'm not going to say we burned it up when I was playing, but I can tell you this: as a freshman, we were in the Western District playoffs. I'm trying to remember that far back, but we were I think we were 4th seeded in the playoffs. Top 4 went to the playoffs, so we were number 4. My sophomore year, we won the Western District, so we were the number 1 seed. My junior year, I think we were 3rd, maybe 4th, because we had to play Halifax once again in the first round. And then my senior year, we did not make it, but we were still 9-9 overall. So I just don't understand what's going on right now. And then, like I said, I think it's got everything to do with these kids going elsewhere. And the other thing I don't understand is, as far as I know, as far as I can remember back, kids could not play travel baseball or any other form of baseball outside of the VHSL until VHSL was concluded for the year. So I don't understand what's going on. I mean, I see and hear
some kids are playing travel ball during the season.
Yes. They're playing softball. They're playing volleyball. They're doing it all year round, and I don't understand how this happens. I don't know how this is legal, unless.
And we talked to Tyler about that too, about this trap.
I need to get Robinson back on, ask him some questions.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's like there's been such a focus on travel. You have to play travel to get into college, or travel to do this, travel to do that, and it's like every kid plays it now, and that's been watered down as well. So like all the kids left Little League and these other leagues that you're playing locally that have kind of fallen off the edge, and now they're playing travel ball, and it's kind of like Little League all over again. I mean, it's not the best talent unless you play in some of these showcases.
Well, and that's the thing. It was travel ball was, it used to be, you asked your best talent around to play baseball for a travel team. You wanted the best travel team that's all possible. Now the travel teams are made up of the parents who have the money that can put into the travel team to pay for hotels and food and blah, blah, blah. So it's not necessarily the best athletes anymore. It's who showed me the money, as Jerry Maguire said.
I remember Big Greg
Yeah.
used to tell us all the time, coaches don't want a player who plays one sport all the time. He wants a guy who can play a variety of sports because it gives you different skills in that particular sport. So that's what we did our whole life.
Well,
I don't know what. I guess it's just more of a favorable thing when it comes to colleges. They want to see that you're. I don't know. I really don't get it. That you're dedicated to one sport. I don't know.
I haven't even heard it from the college coaches that even say that though. I mean, it's few of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's nobody, but I have not heard it overall from a lot of folks like that. But
Yeah.
you played a little travel ball your sophomore year with some of those guys, Devin, and I was just like, I guess since you're in high school, it's okay. But I told y'all not to do that stuff until you get to be, juniors and seniors in high school. But it's just like I said, that's being watered down as well. So I don't even believe in all that now. So
Yeah. I don't know. I have to keep watching that. But hey, shout out to North Cross, Rodney Spradlin, family member. They're 15-5 his first year there.
wow.
Yeah. So we need to get Rodney on here too. Talk about his time as a scout, and then also about the North Cross baseball.
You asked me what was the most fun interview that we've had. So let me pitch this question to y'all.
Okay.
What would be y'all's I won't say the best ever, but what would be like a good interview? Or somebody who would you like to have on here to interview and basically get to know better? As far as, I mean, it don't have to be a coach, it could be a player, it
It
could
could
be
be anyone.
anybody. Yeah, anyone.
Oh gosh, that puts in the
And while
spot.
y'all thinking about this, I'm sure Devin knows by now, but me and Gregory have conjured up a hopefully some kind of interaction between us and Clemson University, because I just took it upon myself to call down on Friday, and I got on the voicemail of God, I forgot what her name is. Ashley, I think.
Is it
I can't tell
Ashley?
you. Yeah, I can't remember what her last name is, but she's Dabo's secretary. And I basically said, "Hey, we want to interview Dabo or put him on the podcast and this, that, and the other, because we've kept up with Gideon's career basically the last 2 years, and we would like to, further follow him and find out what the journey is going to be like. I guess that'd be kind of like Hard Knocks. I guess I don't know what you want to call it, but anyway, so Gregory sent an email to, I think it's Rob Taylor, the
Yeah.
SID at Clemson. So hopefully something comes out of that. I mean, even if it's not Dabo, maybe he can get. I know Taj Boyd is the quarterback's coach. I think somebody can get in touch with us and talk to us. Say, hey, if it's SID, we'll talk to him. I don't care, but I
Yeah.
think that'd be a good way to follow some of our talent down the road. Hey, maybe we can get Gideon on at the same time. Maybe they can put them in a room together and do it. So I think that'd be great.
And I was telling Devin earlier, like, we've gone from, kind of struggling to find people to interview or kind of getting on here to talk to, and now we're getting teams who are coaches who were in the NCAA tournament last year. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, we're kind of moving up, and I told Devin, like, if we do get mainstream, if that happens in, whenever 5 years or something like that, I just don't want to forget about the ODAC where we started from, because that was just
No.
such a great time to be there in Salem and talk to those coaches and whatnot. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. And I was telling Devin, like, it was kind of sad that it was just us, us four, including Bob. They were talking to these coaches who, play D3,
Yep.
but like it's such a good conference to watch play. Like, I don't understand why people wouldn't go or just kind of be there for that.
I think it's just a stigma where they think D3 is just the high school. That's how I should say it, or low college. I don't know what you want to say, but man, those 3 games we saw in the semis and the finals, you're not going to find better ball games than that, and on any level. I mean, those games come down to the last 30 seconds, basically.
Yep.
So
yeah, everyone.
If I had to answer that question about who I would want the most to talk to, I would say, I was actually thinking about this today. No joke. I would say Roy Williams. That's who I would
Really?
like. Yeah, that would be like the overarching, person I'd want on here. But I tell you, I'm trying to work on somebody. I think we might have asked him in the past, but currently an assistant coach at Rutgers, football. Coached at Ball State as well last year, but a Southside native. I think
Oh,
Gregor might
is
know
the
who
last
it
name?
is.
Is this last name rhyme with Wall?
It sure does. Have we tried to get in touch with him before?
It's been hard to get with him because he was at Penn State and then Ball State, and I think every time I've tried to get in touch with him, he's been moved on. So hey, maybe
Yeah.
you
Who's
can get him
this?
this time. It's Viqual Hall.
Wow, I did not even know
So
this.
Yeah, he's been all over the
yeah,
place.
I haven't the guy I want to get on here, and maybe he can do it over the summer. I sent him an email, I reached out to him. He's a Southwest native. I blew up over the whole state. Everyone had to watch him play. He was all over YouTube playing. Mac McClung.
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah, dude,
that's a
that should
good
be a good one to get.
Yeah.
He
man.
should be able. I'm right out here too in his area, so their season's about over, right? Who's he playing for now?
Yeah,
The
that
Osceola or
Orlando,
something?
let's say Osceola Magic.
Yeah, so they're
So
about ready. They're probably done. So, yeah, we need to find that avenue. I don't know. It's got to be
Yeah.
a way.
Well,
yeah,
he's always like, whenever I watch videos of him on YouTube or whatever, even in the dunk contest, he's always repping Gate City still. So yeah, I think he would have I think he would be interested in coming on here. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you'd have to pay him a fee. Who knows?
yeah. But we need to.
I'll take him to Cheddar's.
I wish I'd have known you were down in Southwest Virginia. We need to give. I have a shirt sitting here, 4X. For
No
a certain
way.
coach.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wish I'd have known that too.
I lost
It'll be a
a
couple
bet
more weeks. I'll be
to
out there.
lost a bet to. I can't think of his name all of a sudden. UVA Wise.
Oh no,
It's like when you
coach,
need a
football coach.
football coach at UVA Wise.
Uh,
I can't think of his name all of a sudden. Anyways, lost a bet between Texas and Florida, and Texas killed Florida in football, and I owe him a shirt. So I have it. I have a koozie for him and everything.
would that be
What?
Gary Bass? Is that
That's exactly who it
That's who
is.
it is. Golly. Yeah.
Gregory.
He's probably listening
So
right now.
let me ask you something. Since I mentioned that shirt to him, so this is how I said it. I said, "Does Gregory owe you a Florida shirt?" He says, "He better not get me no Florida shirt. I'll tear that thing all to pieces." So it
I
does
have a
say
District 2
Texas on it,
Sports
right?
pocket. District 2 Sports. So I owe him a shirt.
I forgot I was wearing my visor when I went out there and saw him too, so he didn't say nothing about that. I thought he might rip that thing off.
Man.
He's a big boy. He
Yeah.
is a big boy.
Yeah.
Just a couple people to come to my mind, and I really would like to get Billy Wagner on here. Billy, if you're listening, I would like to talk to. We would like to talk to you, and not only because he's a Hall of Famer, but he's also a local guy. I've said something about this many a day. I would like to talk to Tyler Hansbrough. He does his own podcast. There's got to be a way we can link into him sometime. He has
Field
his own
68?
podcast.
No. Who's he?
What's that?
Is he with Field
He's got
68 or someone else?
it's a funny name. His podcast is kind of funny name. I can't remember, like Beaver something. I don't know what it is. And then if I had to pick somebody that I really want to talk to right now, and it's twofold. Dude's a pretty good dude, and the other thing is he started basically where we're at and came up through the rankings. And that would be McAfee. I just think he would. I think we could get him on here. I really, truly think that if we presented
I don't
something
know.
to him, I think we could get
He's
him.
way up there.
I think he would come on here and say, "Hey guys, keep doing what you're doing." I think even if he didn't say 5 minutes of that, I think he would get on here and do that. I really do. And
Yeah.
something that really, those people that are with him on that podcast, they have been his friends for up 10 years. I mean, those are his true friends. And from what I've gathered or heard, that when he signed this big giant contract with I don't know, is it ESPN or whatever?
Oh yeah.
He took a duffel bag of $1 million to each one of those guys. Knocked on the door and handed them a duffel bag.
Dang. So, yeah, I'll be doing that to y'all next week. I'll hand out $2 to each of you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, anyone's listening. Hey, we're looking for. We have Chaos Cartel as our kind of sponsor for our apparel. So if you want anything for that, let us know. But we're also looking for maybe like a main sponsor. We're trying to expand our reach and do some things. So Anybody knows anybody that are looking to sponsor somebody, any business out there looking to sponsor us? Hey, we're looking for somebody, so reach out to us. It'd be really nice.
And I think I think it's somebody out there that will jump in. I really do. I think it's coming.
I would $50 a month. I think it's very doable.
Very.
Maybe even split it 25 with 2 businesses or something like that. So we still want to keep Chaos Cartel in there for the apparel. They've done a lot of good stuff for us. So, but yeah, if we can get a main sponsor, all we're asking for $50 a month. That'll cover basically our StreamYard and be able to expand and go live more often and have our interviews with some overlays and just a better sequence overall. I think it'll be more interaction with our fans too.
So how does this live thing go now?
Was that
so like right now?
Right now we're live on YouTube. Like so, I posted to our Facebook and X. Like, hey, come over to YouTube and watch us. So I'm watching right now up here on my TV us on YouTube.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I got us up here too.
Way. No way.
Yeah. So right now we have a ticker at the bottom. We see Gregory Doss, Dev, Big G. There's a ticker at the bottom saying District 2 Sports Podcast featuring Gregory, Devin, and Big Greg.
Yeah. Good to see everybody tonight. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
So
yeah, I think me and Gregory might be the only 2 watching right now, but that's all right.
Yeah, I can't. I think I can put it back over. I can go back to my home button on my TV over here and see if I could link up, but I don't know.
Yeah, this was just we have 5 people now, so. But like this is just a test, really. I mean, just wanted to see how this works. I mean, I think we'll start using this more often to do our interviews. I mean,
all right. So if we get the word out to people that we're doing this, they can actually like jump on. They could like comment over here in this section or something. Can they?
Yeah, they can go on YouTube. They can go on YouTube and comment under the YouTube, and it should come up over here. So let me see if I can.
That would be nice. Yeah, I think this is a big step up for us.
People can go on YouTube, and if they're watching us, can go in there, log. Yeah, so that's what we wanted to do. So I think this will increase. So Devin said, "Let's go."
So can I see that somewhere?
Guys.
Yeah, it's on the comments part of the, on the right side of the screen here.
All right, I'm on the private chat, so I need to go to comments, right?
Yeah.
There it is. Nice.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, this would be good.
Comment on here or have things to say.
Yeah, big events. We should have done it during like the national championship or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if we got some big games coming up or something, but I mean to talk
Hey,
through.
If anyone else is watching,
games earlier,
send a little comment on YouTube so we can see how this works. So I think we have 2 of us out here. So but yeah, that's what we want to do. So I just wanted to do a live show and just talk some sports, but also kind of get a feel for this. And I think this might be our new way of doing our podcast and whatnot. We'll still have an audio part, of course, so people can listen on the way to work or after work or wherever or during work. But also have a video, a visual that can see us and see our guests and interact with us. So it'll be fun. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I think it would. I think it would be a good dialogue between what's going on.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't want to waste up all our time
or comment in case we make a mistake and say the wrong fact or something. Somebody could correct us, and
Yeah.
And then our dude out in Southwest Virginia, what's our dude that wanted to get Graham football on?
Burnett.
G-Men.
Yeah.
Was it him? So
I think it's Colin Burnett.
He could get jumping. Yeah, Colin. Yeah, exactly, Colin. That's who I was thinking about. Yeah. So we could. He
might be watching right now. Colin, if you're watching right now, I hope you're okay with our Southwest coverage.
We need to get Ditka XXL or whatever.
That's who I was thinking about, Devin. That's exactly who I was thinking about. That's exactly who it was.
Extra large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
I was trying to figure out who it was. I thought Colin still paid attention, but Ditka was our guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think we need to cut it off. We over an hour. We only have 2 hours a month on the free version, so if we upgrade, we'll have some more time. But I want to save some time for some live stuff next week.
What's our guy at Texas A&M?
It was a coach at Florida, and oh my gosh, Jay Bateman.
Come on, Jay, where you at? I'm
yeah,
calling you out right now. Football season's over. Let's go, Jay.
Come on, Jay.
I'm gonna try to get in touch with our guy at Rice now, who's coach at Amherst. I can't think of his name all of a sudden either.
Dabo,
What's
let's
his name?
go. Get on board, Dabo. Give us a shout. Email us back, Rob Taylor. Come on. Let's go.
All right, guys. Two interviews
Pat
tomorrow.
McAfee,
We have
let's go, Pat McAfee.
next 3 weeks covered. We'll have some more stuff next week. Get some more players on here. So we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I got to get my background changed now. So I got to work on. I got some things to do.
Yeah, you gotta work on that.
I got to go run
Yeah,
these
we'll get
steps
ready.
for the 14 minutes I was late.
We'll get ready next week. All right, guys.
Love y'all.
All right,
Be
love
good.
y'all.
Peace and love.
Peace.
Oh, I'm